What's up, you guys? Shiz here, and I got a really quick video for you today. We're going to be totally checking out the brand new Marvel Legends Spider-Man Kingpin Build-A-Figure wave. You got 7 rockin' new figures coming at you, an 8th one if you count the Kingpin Build-A-Figure, but you can only get them, of course, if you collect every single one. A lot of great figures in this wave, a lot of new ones, new faces, and all that good stuff. Couple old ones, couple controversial ones. Jeez almighty, I hears you already. We know he doesn't have an ab crunch, but that doesn't detract from it being a particular six-armed individual. We'll get into him in just a second. First and foremost, to start off the wave, we're getting a new Black Cat figure. Now, I know Felicia Hardy, I know the Black Cat. This is not exactly my favorite costume, and as I'm hearing, I guess they went back to the original one. A little bit wonky, and again, not something I'm too excited about costume-wise, but it is a new figure, new everything kind of going on. So I'm happy to get it. I think it's going to be cool. It might look a little bit better once you have her in hand. It's the costume, not the figure, and it's just my own personal feelings towards it. That's all. Next up is the Red Goblin figure. This is a complicated figure, more so in the story than it is the actual action figure. I'm liking the action figure. I don't exactly like the backstory of the character. You can check out my Who in the Holy Heck on the Red Goblin if you'd like. But essentially, it's Norman Osborn. He gets a hold of the cartridge symbiote, and then he juices it up with the Green Goblin serum. Yeah, that whole chestnut, as you know, that's just a good fit. It's comics, baby. Doesn't have to make any type of sense. Now, he does come with a pumpkin bomb, and rumor is he may actually come with his glider. We don't know, but let's just say, hopefully, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I like the deco, like the face. Hasbro got this thing out really fast. He just hit comics a couple months ago, so that'll be cool once these hit come, yeah, I think around January, February, I would say. More into February, March is probably when they'll start hitting shelves, but who knows? They're legends, and these things have a habit of showing up just as you've completed the previous line. And who are we complaining? We all love it. Next up is Notorious, the Spider-Man foe, hero, villain turned hero kind of guy. It's the Puma, kind of obscure. For those of you who really dig the Puma, apologies, I've heard you all before. Apparently I've called him a villain, and he is really a good guy deep down underneath. Figure looks cool. Interested to see this guy, and always happy to get a new figure. That is looking really, really cool. Comes with the big old chubbiness of the Kingpin, basically. So, again, very happy to have a new figure on the shelf. Next up is a new / old black suit symbiote Spider-Man. This actually goes hand in hand with the Red Goblin. If you didn't know, Spidey needs a little upper hand when fighting the Red Goblin, so he asks Venom, he's like, hey man, can I like totally borrow your duds for a second? Gets the symbiote back, kind of goes all Venom-y as he's Peter Parker, regains control. He's got a more stylized black costume. The eyes are a little bit more angular and sticking out. He's got a little bit more angular web pattern, and his feet are toes, not a pointed boot, I guess you would say. So it's cool. I'm digging it. Always happy to get another black suit Spider-Man, and this one's totally different, totally cool. Very excited. And next up we have the Night Thrasher action figure. Again, another newcomer to the Marvel Legends line. He's looking great and a really big fan favorite. A lot of people have been going crazy saying, oh my god, I can't believe they did Night Thrasher. I wasn't exactly saying the same thing because I was like, honestly, like, who the heck is that? And that's why I did a Who in the Holy Heck video on him, and I know a lot of you are like, psh, you say you know comics, you don't know Night Thrasher? No, I don't, and I didn't know him back in the day, but it's cool to have him now, and it's really cool to have an action figure of him because I found out who he is, and he's a pretty cool character, I gotta say, and there's been like multiple versions of him, multiple people under the mask, so I can't complain. He comes with part of the Build-A-Figure for the Kingpin, of course, and then he also comes with his skateboard. It has been confirmed. Fits on his back. It's just not in the advertising listings for the figure. So that gives me hope, fingers crossed, for the Goblin glider for the Red Goblin, but we'll have to wait and see. Night Thrasher looks great. What say you? I'm really excited to have him on a shelf. Let's get to the next figure, and that is going to be Silver Sable. Now, this figure has been wanted for years and years and years as part of Marvel Legends. I can't believe it's her first one, really popular character, really cool. She does a lot with Spider-Man too, a lot of days, so it fits in well to the Spider-Man line. So I'm definitely digging that. Great sculpted hair, cool costume, really great addition to your Spider-Man collection. All the spies, Nick Fury, all that kind of stuff. You're gonna have a good time displaying her on your shelf. And then of course, when you get all the figures and all the pieces, well, wait. Oh, you really want me to talk about this? Okay, so the last figure of the bunch is the Six Arm Spider-Man, and I'm excited to get him. You know why? Because I like the Six Arm Spider-Man ever since the 90s cartoon. Man, oh man, when I saw that animated, I was like, dang, that is rad. And I have him from the old Toy Biz, and now I have him as a Hasbro Marvel Legends. I hear ya, he doesn't have ab crunch. Not a big deal to me. And you know what? Feasibly, maybe they could have done it. Maybe they couldn't. They used they reused some parts, and now you got a Six Arm Spider-Man. But if I have to nitpick you, I would say I'd prefer the web lines painted black, and that ain't happening. So guess what? I'm with you in that sense, but at the same time, I'm actually more excited to get a Six Arm Spider-Man. So I hope you guys dig it. You don't even have to buy this figure to make the Kingpin, so that's a little bonus for those of you who are not digging this at all. But I'm hearing like, hey, you know what? I want those arms for a custom, or I want this or I want that. So I'm sure you'll be buying him somehow, some way, whatever. But he's pretty cool. I'm definitely digging him, and I'm actually really excited to have him on my shelf. Gives me hope for the doppelganger, and then maybe down the line we'll get a monsterized version of Spider-Man, just like this John Semper Jr. 90s Spider-Man. Fingers crossed. So when you get all these figures, and if you don't want to buy the Six Arm Spider-Man, whatevs, you finally get all the pieces to build the Kingpin. He looks fantastic. A lot of you are saying, oh, figure of the year, early contender, all that kind of stuff. He looks great. He looks nice and rotund and Kingpinish. So I'm very excited to have this figure. And then later down the road, when you buy the Professor X with his hover chair, you get an extra head and you can actually make the Shadow King. So a lot of you are like, oh man, I gotta buy 3 Kingpins, or all 3 sets of these figures basically. You got the mean head, you got the Kingpin, I guess, solemn head or something like that, and then you have the Shadow King. So 3 Kingpin figures. You gotta do what you gotta do for some of you. I'm just gonna buy one, and then I'll just swap it out when I'm feeling X-Men-y, or if I'm feeling Spider-Man-y. So there you go. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that. What do you guys think of this new wave of figures? These will be out rather soon. You know what I mean? Just a couple months. Just hold your horses. You got a Black Panther wave coming out. Some of you still got to get the vintage wave, like myself. So I hope you guys are digging these, and let me know which figures do you honestly like. Try to be articulate. Don't just say, nah, they suck. Nah, this sucks. Blah, blah. All that kind of stuff. Tell me why. Anyways, I'm going to leave you guys with that. I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. Drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, find some fantastic action figures. Maybe like these Spider-Man Marvel Legends figures. I don't know. I'm digging them. And when you do, let me know what you find. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.